Venice is one of the most extraordinary cities on earth. Every year, millions of people come here to admire its canals, bridges, palaces, and centuries of history. But Venice is also a living city, home to a community that continues to shrink as tourism grows. The good news is that being a responsible visitor doesn't mean giving up an amazing experience. In fact, it often leads to a richer and more authentic trip. Here are some simple ways to enjoy Venice while helping preserve what makes it so special. One of the easiest ways to make a positive impact is deciding where you spend your money. Instead of buying everything from souvenir stalls selling imported products, look for family run shops, artisan workshops, independent bookstores, and local food producers. Venice has a long tradition of craftsmanship. You can still find artisans creating handmade masks, Murano glass, paper products, textiles, and jewelry using techniques passed down through generations. Choosing local businesses helps keep these traditions alive while giving you something much more meaningful to take home. Food is one of the best ways to experience Venice authentically. Rather than choosing restaurants located directly in the busiest tourist squares, walk a few streets away and explore neighborhoods where locals actually dine. Traditional bacari serve cicchetti, small Venetian snacks that pair perfectly with a glass of local wine or a spritz. Seasonal seafood, fresh pasta, and regional specialties often provide a much more memorable meal than restaurants displaying oversized tourist menus in multiple languages. Sometimes the best meals are found in the places with fewer tourists and simpler menus. It's easy to forget that Venice isn't an open air museum. People live here, children go to school, residents walk to work, families spend their evenings in quiet neighborhood squares. When exploring residential streets, keep noise levels down, especially early in the morning and late at night. Avoid sitting on private doorsteps or blocking narrow bridges while taking photos. Small gestures like these make daily life much easier for the people who call Venice home. Where you stay also has an impact. Whenever possible, consider hotels, guest houses, or locally managed accommodations that contribute to the local economy. Different neighborhoods offer completely different experiences. Some provide lively nightlife, while others are peaceful and ideal for relaxing after a day of sightseeing. Choosing accommodation thoughtfully can improve your trip while also supporting responsible tourism. Many visitors spend almost all of their time between St. Mark's Square and the Rialto Bridge. Those places are beautiful, but Venice is much larger than that. Walk through Cannaregio, discover quiet canals in Castello, explore Dorsoduro's art galleries, visit peaceful squares where locals gather. By spreading tourism across different neighborhoods, you reduce pressure on overcrowded areas while discovering a side of Venice many visitors never experience. Venice is incredibly photogenic, but not every doorway, balcony, or courtyard is a tourist attraction. Remember that many beautiful buildings are private homes. Avoid entering private courtyards unless they're clearly open to visitors. Don't climb on monuments for photos. If you're using a tripod, be mindful not to block narrow walkways. Respecting personal space helps everyone enjoy the city. Venice has no cars. Almost everything, including waste collection, happens by boat. Keeping the city clean is more challenging than many people realize. Use public bins whenever possible. Avoid leaving food behind for pigeons or seagulls. Carry a reusable water bottle and refill it at Venice's many public drinking fountains instead of constantly buying plastic bottles. Small choices made by thousands of visitors every day can have a significant impact. Perhaps the most important tip is simply to slow down. Venice isn't a city designed to be rushed. Take the quieter street instead of the busiest one. Stop at a small cafe, watch the boats pass by, sit beside a canal for a few minutes. Some of the best memories aren't made by checking attractions off a list, but by experiencing the atmosphere that makes Venice unlike anywhere else in the world. Traveling responsibly doesn't require major sacrifices. It simply means making thoughtful choices that benefit both your experience and the city itself. If you're planning your own trip to Venice, check out our interactive travel guide featuring curated itineraries, hidden gems, local recommendations, practical travel tips, and an interactive map to help you experience the city beyond the crowds. You can access the guide through the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.